Welcome back. Today is January 10th, Sunday, and on this post I'll be telling you about the overall crypto markets really quickly before diving into Chainlink and Aave, Link and AAVEUSD, and see what exactly are going on in these two markets. I'll be telling you about the bullish and bearish case scenarios for today, as well as the short-term price prediction on these markets according to what I'm seeing on the charts. Before I begin today, if you guys are watching me on YouTube, do subscribe. If you guys are watching me on TradingView, do follow me, as I'll be keeping you updated on the latest crypto setups on my watch list, regardless if it's a good day or a bad day. If you guys do want to support me and don't already have a Webull brokerage account, you guys can use my referral link down below. They're still giving away 4 free stocks as of today upon a successful sign up and a qualifying deposit, and I will also receive a referral bonus if you guys sign up under me. Please also read my full disclaimer below. I am not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. I'm purely sharing my own speculations, opinions on this market. I cannot tell you the future, and you should always do your own due diligence before trading or investing in this market, as it's extremely risky and volatile. If you guys have any questions or comments, please do only leave them in the comment section below, but I will get to them a lot faster that way. Now, see what exactly is going on in the markets first. First things first, I do want to mention that there was quite a bit of a shock in the markets today when Bitcoin price action went from about almost 42K to as low as about 34K. So that brought quite a bit of the altcoins down with it. However, I do want to mention that Bitcoin dominance was actually trending downwards. And as I've been saying on my post before, when Bitcoin dominance actually trends downwards, this is generally better for the altcoins. Currently, as you see that Bitcoin price action, let me draw this as an example right here. Bitcoin price action is actually down about 4.5% right now, and it was down further earlier today, but I am only seeing total altcoin market cap down about only 1.4%. So usually when Bitcoin dominance is actually trending upwards and Bitcoin price action takes a pullback, I would expect, and I have seen quite a bit of more significant pullbacks in the altcoin markets, usually in double digits when Bitcoin dominance is actually trending upwards and Bitcoin price action pulls back. Right now, I am only seeing right now I'm largely seeing only single-digit losses in the altcoin market right now. So this is what I usually mean when I say when Bitcoin dominance trends downwards, it's generally better for the altcoins, either on the upside or the downside. Now let's take a look into Bitcoin price action itself and see where exactly the price action right now is at. I do also want to point out though, and as I've been pointing out on the Bitcoin dominance charts, that I am expecting this possible head and shoulders pattern to be playing out on the Bitcoin dominance chart. If this does in fact play out, I would expect better trading opportunities for altcoins, as opposed to if Bitcoin dominance trends upwards, generally speaking. I do have a measured target here of about 63.4% in that range. So this is what I'm looking for on the daily time frame for Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin price action here. As I have mentioned yesterday, that there was bearish divergence from 4-hour time frame up to the 12-hour. Well, the 12-hour time frame bearish divergence did play out to the downside, and there was not enough bullish momentum inside that rising channel pattern I have pointed out on the hourly time frame. But currently, it did get quite a bit of support from the 12-hour 21 simple moving average. This is a key support I am looking at, because if it actually breaks, I am looking for the daily 21 simple moving average, currently at about 30.5K, upward sloping right now, and actually closes in about 13 minutes here. So that is the next key support I am looking for if the 12-hour 21 simple moving average does not hold. And if Bitcoin price action still continues to pull back, even with Bitcoin dominance actually trends downwards, I could still expect some shock, even though not as much as if Bitcoin dominance trends upwards in the altcoin markets. Now let's take a look into LINKUSD first and see what exactly is going on in here. On Link here, on the daily time frame, I see a pretty clear cup and handle pattern that has been forming since quite some time, about September. And I do see the neckline to be about the 0.78 FIB level right here at about $15.60. Okay, I would consider that to be the neckline, as I have seen quite a bit of resistances and supports and a consensus of candles around this FIB level right here. So I would consider this to be the breakout. However, I do see bearish divergence on the daily time frame. So let's see if this would be a continuation upwards, or would the price action actually breaks back into the pattern and possibly delaying a more legitimate breakout. Okay, so this is what I'm keeping an eye out on the daily time frame. Let's see if there's going to be enough bullish momentum here to actually push the price continuously upwards from here, from this actual breakout right here. Otherwise, I am looking for the price action possibly retreating back to the daily 21 simple moving average, because whenever I do see bearish divergence on a specific time frame, my conservative estimate is that the price action would actually meet the next closest moving average on that specific time frame, just like Bitcoin price action chart I had just pointed out on the 12-hour time frame. Now let's take a look into the 3-day time frame here, where I do see a 3-day close, which has not been done for quite some time for this cup and handle pattern breakout. So I am more inclined to believe that this is going to be a legitimate breakout, but I shall see. And on the weekly time frame as well, let's see if okay, I think we're good here. No possible bearish divergence here, and none here as possibly here. Comparing this high right here with this high, you guys let me know what you think, if I should actually be comparing this high right here with this high for possible bearish divergence on the 3-day time frame, because I think this is actually a more downtrend type of bounce rather than a high. So I'm not sure if I should actually be comparing this as a high, but if it is, then it could be possible bearish divergence right here as well. So this is what I'm looking at for a link. Let's take a look into the bullish and bearish case scenarios here. Bullish case scenario, I would like for the daily candle to actually continue closing above this neckline right here, which is about $15.60. This tells me that the price action is more likely to continue upwards. Now, if the price action actually continues upwards, let's see what the price target here for the breakout of this cup and handle pattern is. So as far as I can see right now, it's about $22, but I think it's going to be more than that. It's going to be taking the distance from the neckline, so which is about $15.50 here, just to be exact, and then $7. Let's just take $7 just to be even number. So $8.50, and then adding it back on top of $15.50, which would be about $24 here for the measured targets. Measured targets may or may not be reached. It could also be overreached. I just tend to be a little bit more on the conservative side. So that's what I'm looking at. Bullish case scenario, if the daily candle can actually continue to close above $15.60, that would look good to me, and it would tell me the likelihood of this breakout continuing upwards is going to actually be valid. Now, bearish case scenario, if the price action actually breaks back below this fib level right here, $15.60 about. If we start getting daily candle closes below the $15.60 level, this tells me that this breakout would actually flip the support back into resistance, and a further breakout could be delayed, or even more downward price action could happen from here that can actually invalidate this cup and handle pattern, but I think that is less likely. Now, these are my bullish and bearish case scenarios for today for LINKUSD. And let's take a look into AAVEUSD. AAVEUSD, I have seen that the price action has been running within the ascending triangle pattern right here for quite some time, since about late August here. So this has been an ascending triangle pattern, which it looks like the price action has actually broken out of. So the price action here has broken out of this bigger ascending triangle pattern. The measured target of that ascending triangle pattern, I think this is going to be a little out of sight as well. As far as I can read, it is about $157. But let's see what, let me get a more exact estimate here. The top trend line here is about $90 to be even, and then $25 to be even, so that's about $65, and adding it back on top of $90 just to be even, about $155. So it's going to be in that range, $157 here, so it's pretty close to the exact measured target, I would say. And currently on the 12-hour time frame is where I see a ascending triangle pattern that could be forming as well on the 12-hour time frame. And if this price action actually breaks out of this ascending triangle pattern, I would discount these 2 wicks right here. Otherwise, it could be a rising wedge pattern as well. I think it could actually be a rising wedge pattern because I'll be comparing this high with a possible breakout, which I don't think might beat this RSI reading of about 78, 73 here. So I'm gonna have to be open to a rising wedge pattern here as well. Just because there's possible bearish divergence that could signal a pullback even after it looks like it could break out of this ascending triangle pattern. So I'm going to keep that thought open. It could be a rising wedge pattern as well. So if that is the case, it could possibly, rising wedge patterns, 60% chance of 60% chance of actually breaking downwards. So let's see if that actually happens. So that is my very short analysis of Aave right now. Let's take a look into the bullish and bearish case scenarios. Bullish case scenario here, if the price action can actually break out of this ascending triangle pattern right here, then I would have a measure target here, a rough measure target, $130. I think that's more exact in the 12-hour time frame. $130. $100. So this target of the smaller ascending triangle pattern, possible ascending triangle pattern, is going to have a measure target of about $160. Of course, I do also want to keep in mind that, like I said, it could be a rising wedge pattern if the price action actually does pull back from possible bearish divergence. Right off the bat here, I can see on the 12-hour time frame, possible bearish divergence. Okay. So that is the bullish case scenario. If the price action actually breaks out of this pattern right here and go towards its measured target of $160, that would clearly invalidate that rising wedge pattern if the price action goes to $160, which would also be pretty close to the full measure target of this bigger ascending triangle pattern right here. Bearish case scenario, if the price action actually breaks down and breaks this bottom trend line here, then I'll be looking for the next level of support. Let's see what the next level of support here is. That's below this bottom trend line. 6-hour 50 simple moving average could be support, and if the price action actually waits for a little while until this moving average comes up, this could also serve as support that's parallel with this bottom trend line right here. So I think this could actually prevent the bottom trend line from readjusting if the price action actually comes back to retest this bottom trend line. Let me see if there's any other moving averages. The daily 21 simple moving average is also down there as well. So I do think this ascending triangle pattern is looking pretty solid as of now because there's quite a bit of moving averages that are actually upward sloping and coming up to meet the price action. That looks like it could be parallel with this bottom trend line. But nevertheless, if the price action actually breaks this bottom trend line, that would not look good. I will still have to probably adjust the bottom trend line into an either wider ascending triangle or possibly another pattern if it gets broken far enough. Okay, so this is what I'm looking at for AAVEUSD as well. Hope you guys found it helpful. Give me a thumbs up if you guys did. Let me know agreements, disagreements, feedback. I would love to hear them. Hope you manage your risk carefully, and if you would like to see any more of my most recently uploaded videos on YouTube, you guys can check out my links up here on YouTube. See you next time.